So focusing a little bit on back bends this morning. So we're going to start in a reclined bound angle. So just lying flat on the floor. Please ensure that the floor underneath you is warm. If you've got your mat on tiles or a wooden floor, put a blanket down first just so that it's nice and warm and soft underneath you. And if in the bound angle part with the soles of the feet together, the knees opened out wide, it's not so comfortable, please feel free to, with a blanket, roll, or a towel, you could roll up a towel as well. Or if you've got a couple of cushions there, you could place one under each knee, just to offer a little bit of support for the inner thighs and the outer thighs. You can have it like so, and then lying down. And once you lie down, just check in where's comfortable for your shoulders. If that's arms by your side, or you can rest your hands on your belly. You might even like to take hands to opposite elbow and reach your forearms back behind you. And it's going to be nice opening up through the chest and the shoulders as well. Chin sliding in towards the chest so the neck is long. And really just making it your own. If during our time here it doesn't feel comfortable with the knees open wide, please feel free to walk the knees in together, the feet out a little wider, and just resting there. So taking a couple of minutes just to arrive at your mat, physically arriving at your mat. So feeling the floor beneath you. Noticing which parts of the floor or which parts of your body are touching the floor. Noticing which parts of your body naturally curve away from the floor. So behind the knees, maybe the lower back, back of your neck, back of your wrists. And bringing your awareness to your breath, welcoming your breath into your body. Noticing the breath coming in and out through the nostrils. The space that your breath occupies when you inhale, and where it leaves when you exhale. And if you have an intention that you're working towards this week, bring to mind that intention. Repeat it to yourself 3 times, worded the same way. Or take the opportunity now to set yourself an intention. Might be something based around what you need today, or setting yourself an intention for today and the remainder of the week. Once you've set your intention, if your arms are back behind you, just bringing your arms by your side. Slowly bringing the knees in together. Take your feet out a little bit wider than the hips so that the knees can just lean in against each other for a moment. Then opening your arms out to the side in the form of a cross. Feet and knees about hips distance apart. And windscreen wipering the knees side to side, just letting the knees fall to the right. And then inhaling to the center, letting the knees fall to the left. Next time you find the knees over to the right, keep them there. Press a little firmer through your left foot to bring a little bit more sensation of stretching into the front of your left thigh and hip. And if it's comfortable in your left shoulder, reaching your left arm back. It's like a big stretch, firstly in the body. Now bringing your arm out to the side, knee through the center, letting the knees go over to the left. Press a little firmer through your right foot and reaching back through your right arm, if that's comfortable in your right shoulder. Then bringing your arm out to the side, knees to the center. Then bringing one knee in towards your chest and the other, gently rocking side to side. Then either rolling to the right, press through the hands and come up, or keep your knees and chin in towards your chest and rock and roll coming up. Come onto your hands and knees into tabletop. So in tabletop, just stacking the joints where your shoulders are above your wrists, hips above your knees, spreading your fingers comfortably with middle fingers pointing towards your front. Bending the elbows, dropping shoulders away from the ears, and then hug the elbows, the armpits in towards each other. Tuck the toes under, take a deep breath into cow. Gently stretching the front body, eyes to the front of the mat. Exhale, press the floor away, draw the chin in, round through the back, spreading the shoulder blades. You're going to inhale, tucking the toes, bending the elbows, gently stretching the front of the body. Exhale, pressing the floor away, draw the chin in, round through the back. And just do a couple more cat-cows. Noticing how it feels in your shoulders, your neck, your back, your hips. And just making the movements as small or as big as what's comfortable for you this morning. Next breath out, keep the toes tucked under, elbows soft, and look over your left shoulder, back towards your left foot. Take a couple of breaths here, just breathing into the right side of the body, noticing how it feels down the right side of your body. Next breath in, coming back through the center, looking over your right shoulder, and taking a couple of breaths into the left side of the body. Noticing how it feels down this side of the body. And then releasing back to the center. Releasing your toes. Extend your right leg back behind you, pushing back into the ball of the foot to start with, getting a stretch into your calf, into your ankle. Pressing through the hands so you're lifting up out of shoulders. Then drawing your chin in towards the throat so the neck is long and supported. Then shifting the weight forward into the hands where you're pressing right from the pads of the fingers. Take a load off the wrist and lifting your leg into the air, no higher than your hip. Left hand to the pit of the belly and lifting the pit of the belly and then extending your left arm forward. Deep breath in, reach long on the exhale, elbow, knee and chin in towards the chest. Inhale to reach long. And exhale, curling in. Just do a couple more of these. As you reach long, lifting the pit of the belly, keep the lower back supported. Next breath in, reaching your left arm forward, but bend your right knee or keep your right knee bent and reach your big toe up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, elbow, knee, chin into chest. So still lifting the pit of the belly, but reaching your big toe up. You can lift your arm a little higher if that's comfortable for the shoulders as well. And then curling in. So right big toe, reaching up towards the ceiling, knee is bent. And exhale, curling. Do two more. And then releasing your hand, releasing your knee to the floor. Let's take the left leg back. Start by pressing back into the ball of the foot. Stretching into your calf, into your ankle. And then shifting the weight forward onto your hands, lifting your leg into the air. Reaching back through the heel, right hand to the pit of the belly, lift the pit of the belly, extending your right arm forwards. Focusing on a drishti point to help you with your balance. Inhale, reaching long. Exhale, elbow, knee, chin to chest. And breath in to reach long. And exhale, curling up. Just moving with the rhythm of your own breath. Next breath in, keep your left knee bent here. Reach the left big toe towards the ceiling and your left arm forwards. And if it's comfortable in your left shoulder, lifting the arm a little higher as well. And just coming into whatever back bend feels good for you. Keep lifting the pit of the belly as you come into the back bend. Once more. And then releasing the hands down. Tuck the toes under, come up onto your heels for a toe squat. Let's just release out through the wrists for an Hatha wrist release. So start by bringing your right hand to your heart. Take a hold of your thumb Take a deep breath in and gently pull out on the thumb, stretching the arm. And then exhale, hand back to the heart center. Moving along to the next finger. Just moving with the rhythm of your own breath. Remembering you can release the toes at any time if it becomes really uncomfortable. If there's pulling on your knees, you can come up onto your knees. Bringing some release to the wrist, to the fingers, the forearms. Changing left hand to the heart once you finish the right hand. Breath in, stretching out. So all these muscles can become tight as everything we do in life is in front of us. And it's probably even a little bit more these days as we're on devices. A little bit more. Once you've finished, just giving the hands a little bit of a shake. Give the toes a little bit of a tap. Coming back up onto hands and knees. And then shifting your hands one whole hand's distance further forwards. Bend the elbows, tuck the toes, and lift up into down dog. Take a moment to hold your down dog. Take a couple of breaths here, pressing heels towards the floor. Knees slightly bent, so you really get a tilt in the pelvis as you press through the hands, lifting your sit bones high. You can give your head a little yes, no action if you're feeling tight in your neck and your shoulders. And lifting your right leg into the air, three-legged dog. Exhale, core plank, shoulders over the wrists, knee coming into the chest. Inhale, reaching back, three-legged dog. Exhale, core plank. Eye gaze to the front of the mat. Once more. Core plank, pause and hold here. Press the hands into the floor to lift up out of your shoulders. Now squeeze your knee right up into your chest. Big breaths, noticing your breath as you hold core plank. Inhale, reaching back, three-legged dog. And lowering your foot to the floor. Lifting your left leg into the air, three-legged dog. Core plank, knee to chest. Shoulders over the wrist, eye gaze forward. Again, deep breath in, reaching back. Core plank. Once more. This one we're going to hold. And once you get the knee to chest, push the floor away. Lift up out of the shoulders. Try and lift your knee closer towards your chest. Chin in towards the throat. Everything's lifting towards the ceiling. Inhale, reaching back, three-legged dog. And lowering your hand to the floor, lowering your foot to the floor. Lower the knees to the floor. Send your hips back towards your heels, interlace the fingers behind, and then lowering your belly towards your thighs, reaching your knuckles up towards the ceiling, resting your forehead down. And staying in your child's pose, but slowly releasing the arms. Just let them melt by your side. Noticing the sensation through your fingers, your wrists, your arms, your shoulders. And bringing hands under the shoulders, lifting your chest up, coming back up onto hands and knees into tabletop. Shifting the hands one whole hand's distance further forward and make your way up into down dog. And lifting your right leg into the air, three-legged dog. Knee to chest, lifting the hips up high. Heel ball toe landing, stepping all the way through. High lunge. Deep breath in. Unfurling all the way up to the fingertips. Take a couple of breaths here. Have the back knee as straight or as bent as what feels comfortable for your back. And then pressing through the feet. Lift up through the pelvic floor. Lifting the breastbone. Inhale, releasing hands to the floor. Step back. into down dog. Bend both knees, unfurl through into plank pose, stacking shoulders over the wrists, crown of the head reaching forwards. Lower the knees to the floor, shift the chest forwards and lowering all the way to the floor. Baby cobra, anchor the tops of the feet, roll the shoulders back and draw your chin in towards your throat. Just noticing which back muscles here are engaged to lift your chest. Ensure that you're not clenching your butt cheeks together, keeping the legs active but the glutes relaxed. And inhale, lower the chest. Press your knees to lift your hips. Press the hands to lift the chest and back into down dog. So lift your left leg into the air, three-legged dog. Knee to chest. Heel ball toe landing to step through. Feet about hips distance, unfurling up. Relax down through the shoulders. Come a little bit deeper to start with, and from there start to extend your back leg and lifting up through the pelvic floor, lifting the breastbone. Inhale, releasing hands to the floor, step back into down dog. Bend both knees, unfurl through into plank pose. Knees or toes lowering all the way to the floor. Baby cobra or cobra, where you can straighten your arms. Keeping the elbows soft though, and pushing the floor away. So the shoulders aren't hunched up around our ears, our neck. Pushing the floor away, opening the front of the body. Chin in towards your throat. Inhale, lower the chest. Press the knees to lift the hips. Push the hands to lift the chest. Back into down dog. Lifting right leg into the air, three-legged dog. Knee to chest, take a shorter stance behind the right wrist, setting up for warrior one. Feet are about hips distance apart. Press into the feet and unfurl up. And just glance down. Check your front knee is lined up with the center of your front foot. Your back leg is strong, pushing into little toe side of the foot. And the weight of your torso is central. Bring awareness to the feet. The big toe sides of your feet are pressing, the little toe sides of the feet, and the heels. Bring the palms together. Rest your thumbs on the center of your upper back or your neck. Squeeze the elbows in. Press down through the feet, lift up through the breastbone, and then lifting your chin. Let your head just rest back into your wrists, opening the chest. Keep actively pressing the feet, pelvic floor drawing up, pit of the belly lifting. Create more space in the back side of the body. And inhaling, releasing hands to the floor. Step back into down dog. Bend both knees, unfurl through into plank, knees or toes, shifting the chest forwards, lowering all the way down. Baby cobra, cobra, or up dog, where knees and thighs lift. Just the hands and the tops of the feet press. Again, chin in towards the throat, pushing the floor away. The energy is lifting up. Come out, lower the knees, lower the chest, lift the hips, push up and back into down dog. Left leg lifting to three-legged dog, knee to chest, shorter stance behind the left wrist, feet about hips distance. Press down through the feet, unfurling up to warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Bring awareness to the foundation, to the feet, to the 3 points of the both feet are pressing. Now as you push down, draw up through the pelvic floor, lift the pit of the belly, lift your breastbone, palms together, let the thumbs drop to behind, in and squeeze the elbows in, and then letting your head just rest back onto your wrists. And next breath in, releasing your hands. Either side of the front foot. Step your back foot into forward fold. Inhale a half forward fold. Press the floor away, rising up. And exhaling, hands to the heart center. Let's do a couple of sun breaths. So lifting your arms up. Bending the knees, folding forwards, belly to thigh, chest to knees, chin to chest. Half forward fold. Sit the hips down. Press the floor away, rising up. Hands to the heart center. Do 2 more. Getting the prana, the energy flowing through the body as we start to create a little bit more heat, releasing blockages from the asana. And inhale, lifting the arms up. Bending your knees, folding forwards, belly to thigh, chest to knees, chin to chest. Half forward fold. Stepping back into down dog. Then lifting your right leg into the air, three-legged dog. From your three-legged dog, start to walk your hands back towards your foot, to your left foot. Bending your left knee as much as you need to as you walk your hands back. Then bending your right knee. Reach back with your left hand. See if you can find your right foot. It's there somewhere. You're focusing on a drishti point. Take as much knee bend into your left leg, your standing leg, as you need. You can be up on a block. You could be up higher onto your fingertips of your right hand. Once you've got your foot, push your foot into your hand, making like a bow shape with your body. Keep looking at a drishti point. And then releasing your hand to the floor, extending your right leg back up again. Reach up and out through the toes. Try and touch the ceiling with your right big toe. And slowly walking your hands forward, back into three-legged dog. And then lowering your foot to the floor to down dog. And then lifting your left leg into the air, three-legged dog. Walking your hands back towards your right foot, bending your right knee as much as you need to as you reach back. Then bending your left knee. Once you get there, reach back with your right hand. So you can find your left foot. You can be up on a block or lift up onto your left fingertips. Bend your right knee as much as you need to, and then pushing your foot into your hand. Let all the effort be from the foot pressing into the hand. And then releasing your right hand to the floor, extending your left leg up. Try and touch the ceiling with your left big toe. Reach, reach, reach. And then walking your hands forward, back into three-legged dog. Lower your foot to down dog. And bending both knees, unfurling through into plank pose. Knees or toes shifting the chest forwards and lowering all the way to the floor. Just lowering your forehead to the floor. Have your arms by your side, palms facing down. Shalabhasana or a locust pose. Activating your legs, thighs engaged, tops of the feet pressing into the floor. Then take a deep breath in, walk the fingertips back, lifting your forehead, your head, your chest. If it's comfortable in your back, lifting your arms into the air. Reaching back through the fingertips, chest staying open. Take a couple of breaths here. Notice where you can feel the breath, what space it's occupying when you breathe in. Belly pressing on the floor. Turning your palms to face up, lowering your chest, your head to the floor, and turning the head to the side if that's more comfortable. Turning the forehead back down, the palms to face down. This time activating the legs by engaging your thigh muscles. And then reaching your toes away, lifting your legs into the air without clenching your butt cheeks. If you have a tendency to clench the butt cheeks, roll the little toe sides of the feet outwards, or think of the inner seam on the inside of the leg of your pants, rolling up towards the ceiling. Noticing what muscles here are active to lift your legs into the air. They don't have to be high. Go for length, reach out through the big toes. And then lower your legs to the floor, turn your head to the other side. You can have palms facing up if that's more comfortable for your shoulders. And turning your forehead back down to the floor, palms facing down. Coming to full Shalabhasana. Let's start by activating the legs, squeezing your thigh muscles. Forehead facing down, take a deep breath in, lifting your forehead, your head, your chest, your legs, and or your arms if that's comfortable. If you feel any discomfort in your lower back, please feel free to lower your legs or your chest. But try first untilting your pelvis. So tilt your pelvis so your pubic bone's tilting towards your chest, tailbone towards your heels, just creating a little bit more space in the lower back so that there isn't that compression that you might feel. Tilting the pelvis, reaching out through the big toes, so lengthening the legs out of the hip sockets. Reaching the fingertips back, chin in towards your throat, neck is long. And releasing down, turning the palms up, turn your head to the side. Taking a couple of breaths in here. If it feels good, you can rock your hips side to side. Sometimes release stiffness through the lower back. Now, if it feels okay in your body to do so, we're going to do a moving Shalabhasana. So we'll start with the legs just grounding us down. So squeeze the thighs so the legs are active, but anchor the tops of the feet into the floor. Take a deep breath in, palms are facing down, lift your forehead, head, chest, and then the arms into the air. So the legs will stay active and the feet pressing into the floor to help support you. No clenching of the butt cheeks, so either rolling little toe sides of the feet out or inner seams rolling up. On your next breath in, reaching your arms forwards. Palms don't have to touch, just as far as what's comfortable for shoulders. As you exhale, turn the palms out and sweep the arms back. Inhale, turn the palms forward and reaching the arms forward. Exhale, taking them back. If you don't have the room in the space that you're at, you can just hold your Shalabhasana. No big deal. Once more. And then turning your palms up, lowering your head to the floor. A couple of big belly breaths here. And bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, press your knees to lift your hips, press your hands to lift your chest. Make your way over onto your back. Coming over onto your back again, ensure that you're warm enough here. And then bringing your knees in towards your chest. Setting up for happy baby pose. Hug the knees in if it feels good to rock side to side, rocking side to side. Then taking the knees out wide, flex the feet, turn the soles of the feet to face up. Either holding onto ankles or little toe sides of the feet, but have the arms on the inside of the legs. Pull down firmly with the hands on the feet or the ankles, and then push your feet up against your hands. This creates resistance and helps to lengthen your tailbone to the floor rather than curling it up. Chin in towards the throat, lengthening the back of the neck. Push your shoulders, your shoulder blades into the floor. And gently rocking side to side. Coming back to the center, stay with the hands on the feet and that resistance of pulling down with the hands as the feet push against the hands. And then with your right heel, start to push it out to the side. Just to your edge, keeping the hips central. And bringing the leg back to the center and taking your left heel out to the side, pushing out through your heel, keeping the hips central. And bending your knee back to the center. Bring the feet together, the knees together. Extending your left leg out along the floor. And start with the leg, both feet active. So flexing the feet, pushing heels away from each other and hugging your knee in towards your chest for Arpanasana or Wind Expeller. Take a couple of breaths here, stretching out through the glutes, the lower back. And on your next breath in, let your knee come away from your chest a little. Keep holding your knee with your left hand. Right arm opens out to the side in the form of a cross, and then bring your knee across your body, coming into a lying twist. If it's comfortable to turn the head and look down your right arm, then doing so. And slowly coming back to the center, extending your right leg out along the floor, just pausing there for a moment. And then slowly bringing your left knee in towards your chest, Arpanasana. Start with both feet flexed, hugging your knee in, stretching out through your lower back, your glutes. Relax your shoulders. And then letting your knee come away from your chest. Keep holding your left knee with your right hand. Open the left arm out in the form of a cross. And then pulling your knee across, your body coming into a lying twist. Turning the head to where it's comfortable for the neck. And then releasing to the center, extending your left leg out along the floor, pausing there for a moment. And then bending both knees up, rolling to the right. Press your hands into the floor. Come up and get all your bibs and bobs sorted for Shavasana. So having a blanket, blanket underneath you, blanket on top, stay warm, something for over your eyes, a pillow or a bolster for behind your knees. If you've got an extra blanket or pillow, place it underneath your head. Support for the neck and the head. Just setting the timer. So taking your time to get comfortable. Check in that you're warm enough. Make your space dark. Taking a deep breath in and out. And you start by bringing your awareness to any sounds that you can hear outside of the room that you're in. You might be able to hear the birds starting to chirp, movement in your house. And bringing your awareness to sounds that you can hear in the room that you're in. Maybe your own breath. And start to wiggle your fingers, your toes, just making whatever movements you feel you need to awaken from Shavasana. And eventually bending up your knees, rolling to the right. And pressing your hands into the floor and come up into a comfortable seated position. And bring your palms together in the heart center. And take a moment to repeat your intention to yourself once more. And let's prepare to chant together once the mantra Om. And taking a deep breath in. Lifting your thumbs to your forehead. Namaste.